blasted one another back and forth. We've got trouble in the first turn. A bad accident. Gene Glover's number 71 car flipping end over end. The other car, Jarrett, car number 8. Jarrett unbuckling, now climbing out of his machine. No movement on Glover's car. And Jarrett is hurt. He falls to the ground, rolls over. Still no movement out of Glover's car. The fire crews are on the way, though there is no fire on either machine. And down between the first and second turn here at Charlotte. Looking at it one more time, there is Glover. He is spinning, and Jarrett just hits him right square center in the back of the car. Now Glover goes upside down once, continues rolling upside down a second time. Jarrett's car is just slowly sliding along the racetrack. A pirouette out of Glover's car, a third time upside down. It's going over again and again. The fifth time upside down. And finally rolls to a stop right side up.
Trouble in the back straightaway. Car upside down, sliding way down the back straightaway. One machine getting upside down and sliding. Connie Saylor in car number 4 has gone upside down. The Johnson City, Tennessee campaigner in an Oldsmobile has slid almost 2,000 feet after getting in trouble in turn number 2. Trouble, let's look at it and replay. It looks like he was tagged at the start of that, David, and look at that car fly.
Well, as they come off that turn 2 again, the car spun around, and when it started to go down the road backwards, for some reason the rear got off the floor, and once it was up, the air gets underneath these machines and just flips it right over onto its roof and slides down the straightaway there. Luckily no fuel leakage, otherwise those sparks from the roof would have obviously caught fire.
Oh, we have trouble in turn number 2. Johnny Anderson flipping the third place car has crashed on a turn number 2.
Just turning into a strong headwind and lapping that slower car, which is upsetting the air. Anderson just gradually loses control. The back of the car comes round, hits the grass and lifts the inside, and once it's up, the air gets under it and just lifts the car in a reverse roll, and then it starts to roll a front roll. End over end, crashing down onto the roof.
The car was simply demolished. He walked out of that wreck with a limp, and there was much speculation that he might have been hurt.
Over as we see it from our camera position high in the grandstand, and look at the impact here as it hits. Great rubber tires protecting the end of the pit wall.
Richmond up against the wall.
Richmond up against the wall, car number 99. The car of Dave Marcus goes upside down. Remember, these are over 3,000-pound vehicles that you're seeing tossing themselves in the air here as if they were just lightweight toys. The wall is missed there, just missed by Tim Richmond. The car stays upright, and look at the size of that great earth mover tire. Well, it was moved right out of position by the vehicle of Dave Marcus. Dave Marcus seems to be okay. The action that he was obviously taking was to avoid the spinning car of Tim Richmond, the 99 car. He did walk to the ambulance. Dave Marcus, I'm sure, is in good condition. Just another great demonstration of how safely these cars are built.
Let's have another look at this, Jackie. Now remember, we're looking from a live television camera through the windshield of car number 71 just before Tim Richmond up in front, as you will see, begins to spin in car number 99. Richmond, who was rookie of the year at Indianapolis, there he goes.
And he started to spin. It looks like he might have hit oil, or oil went onto his rear wheels because it wasn't in a regular place for him to spin. Very difficult. He could have hit a bump or anything else. Look at the work being done here by Dave Marcus, really working the steering wheel. The car is now, as they call it, an opposite lock, and there we lose our picture because obviously tremendous amount of action inside that car.
Black flag, they say, consultation flag maybe coming out. We've got another terrible crash. A serious crash again, and turn number 2 has claimed another victim, and there are still cars spinning and crashing. Now from another angle, here is another angle of what happened. You can see him sliding in and getting caught and flipping backwards, upside down, and then those hard, nasty, sidewinding rolls that bite you.
In the Harry Ranier Chevrolet. But then, lap 2, winds gusting to 40 miles an hour catch Yarborough in turn 3. And in turn 4, big trouble. Yarborough's Chevrolet was totaled. A backup short-track Pontiac was shipped down from Charlotte.
Rudd slamming toward the wall, crashing, rolling over.
Running in a tight little pack, wasn't a lot of cars in that race. It was like 12 cars. And I remember the guy behind me, Jody Ridley at the time, coming out of turn 4, barely nudged in the back of hit me in the back bumper, barely nudged me, but it did, it broke my car loose. And when it did, it started sliding to the infield. About that time, it got airborne. The car went up, everything got really quiet, and went up pretty high in the air. I remember being way up in the air. After that, when it came down and hit, if you'd asked me what happened, I'd say, well, I came back down, hit the ground, it knocked the wind out of me because I remember hearing all the air leave my body, just like you do when you listen to the NFL game tapes when the guys hit each other and you hear the wind get knocked out of somebody. I heard that.
Oh, the bubble, and in trouble is 07 LaJoy. Randy LaJoy slamming into the wall. Randy LaJoy out of Norwalk, Connecticut, destroying his automobile. Rudd, but he collects the wall, which Rudd just missed. Sails bottom side at 190 miles an hour into the retainer, and the car is destroyed.
What's behind Terry Labonte? He needs to be out there. Trouble!
On its roof, Jerry Bowman's Ford. Lake Speed spins around coming down the backstretch, and he pounds into the wall. And slides just misses Bowman's car. The crews were on the scene quickly. And there it is. It's already over by the time we see it. It looked like it just got out of shape in turn 2 and just climbed up the retaining wall.
You know, as I mentioned when I took the people around the racetrack on that ride earlier, Mike, as you come off that second turn, if you get a little bit too high, it's like that wall reaches out and grabs you. And what happens is if that right front tire climbs up on the wall, it will literally just roll the car right over.
Oh, car in trouble. Here, got it. Spinning, crashing. That is the Trevor Boyce car. In big trouble out of turn number 4.
Okay, he gets hooked. It looked like that's Tommy Ellis' car right behind him, and they just touch enough, and it shoots his car down to the inside. The air gets underneath the car, flips it over backwards. It hits hard on the top, scoots up the end of pit road there on the top. It hits the grassed area, flips back over all the way over and back on the wheels and up on the side and lands back on the wheels once again like a big bucking horse.